Graupmann. I am an associate professor of social psychology at DePaul University. In our lab on social and cultural psychology, my students and I engage in research on the sense of self, what can threaten the self, and how self and threat to the self are embedded in culture. Specifically, we promote the well-being of diverse communities within and outside of DePaul through research that seeks to understand how experiences like, for example, social exclusion or a restriction of individual freedom can impact the self and how that relates to well-being within and across cultures. In the following, you will see a spotlight on a cross-cultural research project from our lab.
Hi, I'm Ellen Delaney, and I'm an 8th year doctoral candidate in psychological science at DePaul University. I'll be describing some of my research in the research spotlight.
안녕하세요. I'm Yulim Kim. I'm a 3rd year in the psychological science doctoral program at DePaul University. I will also be describing some of my research in today's spotlight.
Hi, my name is Maeve O'Sullivan. I am a research assistant in this lab doing my honors thesis on how COVID-19 related masks impact our social interactions. And I'm also the designer and editor of this video.
In my main line of research, I'm interested in how our self-concepts and our beliefs about who we are might serve as routes to well-being and resilience in times of stress. Specifically, do we benefit from believing we have a true self, a fundamental core essence, as opposed to a more fluid idea of the self? In multiple samples of US residents generally, as well as DePaul students, we've found that people more prone to the belief of having a true self also report having higher satisfaction with life and a stronger sense of life's meaning. These outcomes are consistently linked to better well-being and coping with stress. We next wanted to know how these relationships might look in different cultural settings. Is it beneficial to believe you have a true self in a cultural context that traditionally places more emphasis on the needs of the social group and less emphasis on the individual? I established collaborative relationships in Japan that have allowed me to study these variables in Japanese student samples. Remarkably, we also find that Japanese students who believe they have a true self also report higher satisfaction with life and meaning in life, suggesting that these beliefs may be positively linked to well-being in this cultural context as well. We additionally find that true self-beliefs predict benefits particularly strongly for people with a more interdependent or collectivistic self-construal in both the US and Japan.
We are continuing to explore true self-beliefs across the world with new questions. Do our religious beliefs change how we think about the true self? How might the person who has experienced stressful life events be affected by true self-beliefs? To find out, we are preparing a new data collection in the population of Tibetan Buddhist monks, using surveys translated into Tibetan. These monks, each within the last 60 years, made it a difficult journey from Tibet to a monastery in India in order to escape religious persecution in their home country. We appreciate the amazing opportunity to ask them what they believe about themselves and how this relates to their happiness. In their sect of Buddhism, they consider the boundaries between each human being and the rest of the world to be non-existent. Would a person with these beliefs think they have a true self, and would they consider having a true self to be a positive thing? We are currently in the process of carrying out this study, and we are excited for the insights the findings might bring.
Wishing
Happy
10-year
Anniversary
to Paul's College
of Science
and
Health.